Welcome to an alphabet of fairy and the letter Q. In this snippet of folklore we will look at the quiet folk, the Queen of the Fairies and the Querxe. The Queen of the Fairies is the ruler of particular fairy clans. Fairy queens feature in many legends and mythologies of the Tuatha Danann, such as Una, wife of Finvarra the fairy king of Western Ireland. Also we have the wicked and scheming fairy queen who captures Tamlin in the Scottish ballad of the same name. This queen had to pay a tithe to Hel every 7 years, and Tamlin was terrified that he would be her human sacrifice. In the end, Tamlin was rescued by the pure-hearted and determined Janet, who had fallen in love with him. Another queen of kidnappings is she who takes Thomas the Rhymer, the fairy's favourite poet, and the queen's lover. Although he does have a better time of it, as she gifts him the ability of prophecy, and he was allowed to leave her realm to visit humankind. In Wales we have Queen Gwenhwyw, the wife of the fairy king of the land of Gwynedd ap Don. The fluffy clouds that grace the skies of Wales were said to be her heavenly sheep. And on the very fairy island, the Isle of Man, the queen there is Queen Bahi. In literature there are so many fairy queens, but probably the most famous would be Queen Titania, the wife of Oberon in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. She who falls for the hapless bottom, thanks to the trickery of Puck and the scheming of her husband. And there is Queen Mab also, another Shakespearean fairy queen from the play Romeo and Juliet. Here she is described as the fairy's midwife, a tiny creature no bigger than an agate stone in a ring, who plays havoc with human dreams and human sleep. She was said to have a minuscule chariot pulled by dust motes that she drove over the sleepers' noses to bewitch their dreams. The wheel spokes were made from spider legs, the cover of grasshopper wings, and the charioteer was a small grey-coated gnat, a most fabulous image. The full piece of prose is from Mercutio's speech, if you would like to read the full description of this tiny but very powerful fairy queen. Querxe are mischievous, gnome-like fairy creatures from the Oberlausitz region of eastern Germany. These creatures look similar to our gnomes or dwarf fairies, seemingly quite benign in their dealings with humans, but still to be treated with respect to avoid their mischief. There is a lovely tale of a woodcutter who was making his way back to his home in Newkirk when he happened to come across a wedding procession of these creatures. He bowed in respect to greet them, a mistake as well we know from fairy lore. The woodcutter was taken by the Querxe and kept with them all night at the wedding revels, celebrating all night long. However, this kidnapping ends quite nicely, as he was given the gift of a large cake from the wedding feast to take home to share with his wife and children. They ate the cake gleefully and very gratefully, and on finishing this gift from the Querxe, all the leftover crumbs changed into golden pieces. The quiet folk come from the fenlands of northern England, and these too are akin to dwarf fairy creatures. The adult quiet folk are roughly 2.5 foot tall or 3/4 of a metre, wearing mostly black clothing, when they are not running around completely naked with strange goose-like feet. Their skin is dark in colour also, perfect camouflage for slipping into the dark places and shadows, which is their favoured environment. Sometimes they also wear grey or red caps, which bestow the magic of invisibility to all of the quiet folk. These are a peaceful fairy race, living under the earth where they find precious metals and gemstones, and although peaceful, they will take dreadful revenge on any human who takes their jewels or their metal. The only time that these creatures become violent is if they hear the sound of church bells, modern farm machinery, or even if they hear the mere mention of church. And also humans should never mistreat the quiet folk or show them cruelty or disrespect, as they are slow to anger, but their wrath, once annoyed, is unending and eternal. Friends, there we have one of the more difficult letters in our fairy alphabet, and what interesting creatures they were this time. So until next time, dear friends, take care, brightest of blessings, and remember, don't play with the fairy folk, or you may end up in one of my folk tales yourself.